Miss Trayce, you have 7 beautiful children. You've been wife for 30 years. Your grandmother, you have 2, right? 2 grandmothers? Oh, wow. Okay. Tell me, since you've been, a Texan, have you seen any sort of cultural change to kind of shift into where we are today? Because my mom and dad and my beautiful fiance are here, and a lot of people, and I tell them, listen, this is real, but they don't get it when I say it's real. And there's some people that are sometimes, not them, but in general, sometimes you're blessed. You have a blessed life with privilege. But it's happening closer than you think. What have you seen in our culture that's changed to maybe rise? Because you got grandbabies now, so.
I think it's an interesting perspective. My oldest children are 32, my youngest is 13, so there's the whole span there. I think where I saw it the most, we've seen the culture change. When I got involved in the political end of things, I went to a convention, and I remember looking at the platform and there was nothing in there about trafficking. And I was doing research online, and this was probably 12, 13 years ago, and you couldn't find anything about it. For some reason in my heart, I knew it was here since I was young. I would tell my mom they're still slaves. I don't know why, but that I just knew. And so when I started watching, you would talk to people and they look at you like you're telling them a conspiracy theory. And there are conspiracy theories. I don't think there are reptilian people, and I'm sorry if I'm offending anyone that is one, but I don't think that I think it's so hard for people to process it. So when I got into the political arena, I sat in a room with a group of legislators 6 years ago and started talking about it because, quite frankly, conservatives did not speak up about this issue. We were allowing the left to drive the narrative. And if you pay attention, since we've stepped in as conservatives, it's kind of quieted down. I know working on legislation it has. But when I sat in that room, and that's when I knew the churches were starting to talk about it, you were getting more information out there, but the men and women in that room just talking about basic trafficking issues, just trying to explain what you just said. You had people faces turn red, you had people shaking their head. These are legislators, people. And they were, this is not to mock or pick at them, I'm just telling you these are the facts, and this is 6 years ago. And they really, I will never forget, one man raised his hand, he goes, you mean this really is happening, like in Texas? So, we've seen the culture change in a lot of ways. What we're seeing now, and to be very blunt with you, because of what we see in legislation and from that perspective, they're normalizing. They're trying to normalize sexual exploitation of children. I'm sorry. You can see it by the way they're looking at legislation and how the language is changing. So we're sweeping very far to allowing this, and I just hope that tonight as you listen, you will see. I want to encourage you, every one of you can do some things even tonight or tomorrow, and if you want to know, I can tell you afterwards. But it's something we have the ability to speak on, and we're the only ones that are going to make that difference.
Thank you.